Everyone checking in on the market. So the bulls have kept control. We had some wild action at 2 p.m. Eastern with the FOMC minutes coming out, but we have to remember to start every single day saying to ourselves, can the bears prove it today? Because if they can't, the bulls keep full control. And we had a scenario where the bears attempted to prove it and they couldn't. Look at the low of pre-market, 277.27. Look at the wild volatility. Look where we bottomed. 277.25. We broke the low pre-market by 2 pennies, and from there launched a very significant V-shaped recovery bounce. That's now a double low of consolidation, keeping the hourly uptrend intact and keeping the bulls in control. It's now our line in the sand in the short term. If we break 277.25 support, we will take out 2 key levels, and we're going to look for then daily consolidation to try and form a higher low compared to 272.87. So from here on out tomorrow, I can say, all right, if we hold 277.25, bulls keep full control. It's just my nice criteria. There's no interpretation. There's no emotion. Is that level holding? If the answer is yes, bullish. Resistance, 280.40 is the weekly lower high that we are approaching. That's the next resistance that we're looking at, and that is a key level. IWM, lead bull, massive move. Getting extended, absolutely, but no sign of weakness. Hourly uptrend has to be lost to look for daily consolidation. We've got a higher low, 156.45. Look at these little higher lows forming here. So higher low, held it, another higher low, keeping the bulls in full control. So the most recent higher low was 156.71. That's the line in the sand. If we hold 156.71 tomorrow, bulls keep their control. We do have a little bit of a double top at 157.58, but unless we break 156.71, we're going to be looking for bullish continuation. Weekly time frame for IWM has already broken weekly resistance, and now we're looking at the second weekly resistance level of 157.90, which we are quickly approaching. We're watching to see, is this going to be a little bit of a canary in the coal mine as IWM has been in the past for the rest of the markets? Is SPY and QQQ going to follow and break their weekly resistances as well? QQQ not as convincing of a bull move the last week. We've seen higher lows, absolutely, but not a whole lot of big green follow through. And we're switching back and forth. Green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. So the daily higher low here is 169.83. And if we hold 169.83, the daily uptrend remains intact. Hourly uptrend a little bit more in jeopardy here. Support of 171.14 and 171.32. So still keeping some support levels. We also lost the hourly uptrend with the morning action here. So we can say the hourly uptrend has been lost for QQQ, and it's all about that daily higher low of 169.83, because if we lose that level, we're likely going to need to consolidate on the weekly time frame. So that's the line in the sand. And we do have a bit of a triple low in the low 170s, but again, it's all 169.83. So the other names, we have lines in the sand on the hourly time frame because the bulls are stronger. Here for QQQ, the line in the sand is on the daily. XLF continuation, close at the high of the day. Bulls extremely strong. Next resistance level is 25, make that 27.01. Anything on the daily above 25.73 keeps the higher lows intact. Anything on the hourly above the low of the day, that's our last hourly higher low. So 26.40 is the hourly uptrend level. Lose the hourly uptrend, we'll look for a daily consolidation to try and form a higher low, but with the close at the high of the day, bulls certainly still showing their strength. VIX, volatility is dead. And we know that when volatility is dead, that's when it's going to spike out of nowhere and completely surprise us. But, as I said in my live stream just recently, trying to time that bottom and time that spike is a fool's game. In my opinion, like I said, we're not going to see a slow trend change here. It's just going to be a big green day out of nowhere with TVIX and UVXY seeing big time gains that day. But if you're looking every single day and trying to get that bull move, it's going to be really tough on your mental stability. So we close down at the low of the day, and we're looking at a lack of any previous levels down here. And obviously, we're just continuing the daily lower highs. The SPY bulls are keeping control. And we'll be interested in the volatility index when we lose the daily uptrend in these markets, or when we get some kind of sudden event to cause a 1.5%, 2% pullback kind of day in the markets. Oil on the daily, big time continuation. Brief little bull flag, follow through with higher highs and a lack of resistance in this price zone. 57.93 and then 57.93 and then 59.33 are the next two levels. Our new daily high or low is 55.27. Inventory report for both oil and natural gas is tomorrow due to the holiday. So bulls, very strong on oil. Natural gas. So we're getting an inability to break resistance, which is the pattern that I wanted to see ideally. What I want to see is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I want to see a pullback. I want to hold 2571 support, and then I want to see a bull break of 2703 and 2782 to convincingly change the daily trend and have our weekly bounce underway. If I don't get that, I'm not going to trade natural gas. So again, waiting for the trade to come to me, being very picky. When you have tunnel vision and you're only comfortable trading one thing, one commodity, one sector, it really limits yourself and it makes you force bad trades and be impatient. I can have all the patience in the world for natural gas and trade, MJ stocks and cryptocurrency and everything else while I patiently wait. If the trade comes to me, great. I'll jump into natural gas. If it doesn't, I could care less and I'll keep trading other things. So having that ability and confidence to know that technical analysis can be applied to any of those sectors or markets and to have the confidence to be able to execute, again, it keeps you from making poor decisions, forcing trades. So that's all we got as we head into tomorrow. We'll see if the bulls can keep it up all week. Watching those hourly uptrends on the strong names, watching the daily uptrends on QQQ. So I don't got any content for the end of the day video at the moment. What did I want to talk about? Suggestion for music for trading. Chill step. So you know what dubstep is with the womp 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 womp, but chill step is something that I've recently discovered, and it's, you can kind of derive what it is from the sound of it, but it's just nice, relaxing background music. I've been, getting prepared each morning to my trading day with that in the background, or I'll trade with that on, and it's the kind of music that you can have on while you're doing work, and it keeps you in your flow state. Check out Chill Step on YouTube and check out some of those videos.